Hello fellow travellers, Polyphemus here with another of the occasional research reports I submit to the Kovacs. It would be nice to think that the Kovacs employ me to do this research because I'm particularly brave or skilled or something like that, but it turns out that it's because I'm cheap. I've been playing about a lot with sentinels lately, trying to find out what you can and can't get away with. And today I want to talk to you about how to catch yourself a pet walker sentinel. The first thing we're going to need is a suitable planet. It needs to be somewhere that's not too extreme. We don't want violent storms, we don't want hordes of dangerous predators. We're doing science here, we don't want too many distractions. The other thing we're going to need on the planet is craters. Big, deep, steep-sided craters. And what you know here is just such a suitable planet. It's almost as if I prepared it beforehand, isn't it? I'll tell you a bit about walkers. They only have two purposes in the game. One is to kill you, and if they can't kill you, or they decide they don't want to anymore, then their other purpose is to walk away and despawn. If they can't despawn, then they get very, very confused. They get quite distressed. Everybody who's played the game for any length of time will have come across the walkers, and you will know that it's easy to either get killed by them or to kill them. It's much harder to keep them alive. Keeping them alive in such a way that they can't get away from you is something else again. There's a fairly standard hierarchy for getting a walker to appear. First you attack a drone and upset it enough that it sends out an alert. That will then call in an attack squad. They will then call in a dog walker, and eventually the walker will come. Just remember never to kill the last sentinel, otherwise the alert will get cancelled and you'll have to start again. So here's the walker, and that's what we wanted. Now we want to get it to stop fighting us. And the way to do that is to get out of its range. Now if there was a building nearby, you could just dive into the building and the walker would forget about you. Unfortunately, in hundreds of hours of play, I have never seen a suitable building in a proper crater. So the alternative we're going to have to use now is to get into our ship and take off. This is the tricky part. If you don't fly far enough, the walker will remain aggressive and will still be trying to kill you when you get back. If you fly too far, you'll go out of the walker's range and it will despawn. It won't be there when you get back. So the trick is to find that happy medium where the walker ceases to be aggressive but is still there on your return. So here we are back again, and what you know, the cunning plan has worked. It's almost as if I'd set this up, isn't it? The walker is now pacified, and his little friends are very confused. I find this pretty amazing. The developers have clearly anticipated that this would happen, and they've programmed in behaviours to match. As long as you allow this situation to continue, the drones will behave in a way that you won't see anywhere else in the game. Now this really is getting a bit too up close and personal, a bit too intimate. The damn thing's inside my head. Whoops, something scared it off. I think it must have heard what I was thinking. Now, as I said before, the walker only has two behaviours. One is to attack you and the other is to walk away and despawn. But because we've put it in a high-sided crater, it can't walk away. So it will have to stay here. Sadly, having gone to all that effort, you can't keep your walker forever. Unlike a puppy, it is just for Christmas. If you move far enough away, it will despawn. If you save and reload your game, you'll find it's not there anymore. It'll only stay as long as you stay. So having captured and tamed your walker, what can you do with it? Well, the answer is not a great deal. What you're seeing here is pretty much the extent of their behaviour. Ultimately, you're probably either going to end up flying away so that you can allow it to despawn, or you're going to kill it. As you may have seen in one of my earlier videos, attacking a walker when it's not in the aggressive state can bring the wrath of God down on you. But I don't doubt if you make it this far, that's what you're going to do anyway. If you do kill a walker, you might want to hang around for a while afterwards and see what happens after it's dead. Some very weird things can go on. Anyway, I've said what I wanted to say for this session. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from me, Polyphemus. Happy travels.